Now that's a bitter herb. Bitter herbs can definitely compete with the weight loss drugs that have become so popular lately. Let's dig in. Hey everyone, Dr. Priest here, and I believe that herbs can be a substitute and sometimes even defeat some of these weight loss drugs. We see these weight loss drugs have become really popular, especially amongst celebrities. We have Ozempic, which is semaglutide, Wegovy, there's a bunch of them, Trulicity. A lot of them are once weekly injection, at least that's the most popular route. And the promise is that you don't have to exercise, you don't have to diet, and you're still going to lose weight. A few celebrities have made this really popular, but now the concern is that people who actually need it, people who are severely diabetic, overweight, and at risk for heart disease and some sort of event like a stroke or a heart attack, aren't able to get these medications that they need because some people in the country club areas are using them. And that's creating a high demand with a low supply, and that's causing some problems. I want to tell you, bitter herbs that have bitter properties to them, also stimulate that same mechanism as these drugs do. And we're going to talk about that mechanism very briefly. GLP-1 is a hormone. It is a protein that binds to a receptor and causes an effect to occur. The effect that occurs is that we get an uptake of more glucose because insulin gets released. So insulin released, that lowers your glucose levels. This hormone helps to increase glycemic control, which means balance of your blood sugars. It also stimulates the release of insulin, and it makes insulin more sensitive. It also has a wonderful side effect. It causes you to consume less food, which everyone desires, especially if they're trying to lose weight. Overall, this hormone is called an incretin, and it's actually vital for satiety and fullness. So for your body to signal, hey, I'm done eating, this molecule is really important for that. I also want to note that in your muscle, when you have more skeletal muscle, when you're exercising, when you're building up muscle, there's myokines, which are like hormones released from your muscles. That causes an increase in GLP-1 as well. So I just want to throw that out there. So lifting weights helps you have more control of this as well. We're talking about bitter herbs and their effect on GLP-1. So bitter receptors are everywhere throughout your body. You know that you can taste bitter, but there's bitter receptors in the testicles, in the colon, all over your body. Pretty much every organ has bitter receptors. And when you consume bitter herbs, there are these small chemical compounds that are going to act on these receptors, creating an effect. So bitter herbs also stimulate the GLP-1 hormone, and a release of that is going to help lead to the lowering of glucose, which is wonderful. Here's the examples of all the herbs that do this: berberine, bitter melon, wormwood, cinnamon. All of these herbs are bitter herbs. There's plenty of research to support these bitter herbs and their effect on the GLP-1 receptor. And the most researched one would be a bitter herb combo. This is a combo of feverfew, gentian, and wormwood. This actually showed a 5x increase in GLP-1 secretion. That's profound. 5-fold increase. Let's look at the next one. We got bitter melon. This 2.5 grams per day for 8 weeks showed decreased blood sugar levels. Cinnamon, 3 grams a day for 16 weeks showed reduced A1C, reduced fasting glucose, and a reduced waist circumference. All ideal results if you're trying to lose weight. Black cumin seed, 0.5 gram a day, showed better fasting glucose. It also had a profound impact on cholesterol levels. Herbs can help you, and I just wanted to demonstrate that, because if you're a natural-minded person, if you're trying to lose weight, if you have some metabolic dysfunction, meaning your blood sugars and insulin are out of control a little bit, there are options for a more natural approach, especially because the supply of these medications are running out, as well as we should direct them towards the people that really need them, who are at the most risk. And I also think that there's better options for people who are not on the brink. I think that prescription medications are great in the short term, but there are many better options. I have another video about the statistics of weight loss for the paleo diet, keto diet, Mediterranean diet, as opposed to these weight loss drugs. And in the long term, you're getting a comparable effect. And actually, you lose weight much faster by truly changing your diet. and that creates habit change. It also creates a net anti-inflammatory effect, and it has a more profound impact when you're dieting than just taking a weight loss medication. I know you're probably going to ask, what do I recommend? A blend of some of these bitter herbs. There's many different companies that make this. This is just one example of what I recommend to patients. This is a mix of fenugreek, black cumin seed, bitter melon, and cinnamon, which is a combination of bitter herbs. It's called Metabol Complex from MediHerb. And I don't recommend just going out and buying this. Overall, I think if you're in this situation where you want to lose weight, you have some metabolic issues, maybe early diabetes, it's good to consult with a functional practitioner. That could mean a naturopath, a chiropractic nutritionist, an acupuncture, oriental medicine practitioner who's well-versed in nutrition. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you learned something. This sheds some light on how there are natural alternatives to some of these drugs that are miracle drugs. Have a great day.